Tera Electric Walking Wake is a bit unorthodox, but will it come in clutch today? How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're having a battle versus Fitz in the OU tier in the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. And also, I've noticed that only 36% of people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. So just double check you subscribe because YouTube might have unsubscribed you. And if you're not in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Alright, Fitz has brought a pretty solid looking team. They got a Dragapult, a Delphox, which is nice to see, Great Tusk, Hisuian Samurott, a Goldengo, and a Tornadus Fairy. Pretty powerful stuff. I like the look of the team. So, looking at their team, they probably lead off with this Hisuian Samurott. So I'm half tempted to just leave with Scizor and go for a nice and powerful U-turn. That's probably the best idea. Espeon doesn't block Ceaseless Edge, unfortunately. We could lead with Great Stripe as well. Get the Intimidate off, U-turn into Scizor or Amoonguss. So I think that might be a solid one, but I'm more inclined to lead with the Scizor. I feel like that's the best play because it's going to be able to like nearly one-shot the Samurott with U-turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm very confident they're going to lead with Samurott. If they don't, I'm going to eat my own sock. And the battle begins. So, yes, I brought Facecam back. I was just feeling a bit under the weather the last few battles. So they do lead with the Hisuian Samurott as I expected, which is great. We get to go straight for a nice and powerful U-turn right now, which is going to do a lot of damage to the Samurott, or it'll just get us a nice pivot on whatever they bring in instead. They definitely know we're going to go for a U-turn right now, because why wouldn't we? They're going to Tera. What type are they going to Tera into? There's no way they brought Tera Fire Hisuian Samurott for the Scizor. There's no way, or for the Corviknight. It's Ghost. Ghost is the Samurott. Okay, so that's good, because it means they're going to resist the U-turn now. Which is fair enough. What are they going to go for, though? They're going to go for a Ceaseless Edge. And they miss, so no spikes. Yes, that's what we like to see. We go for a U-turn, get some chip damage up on the Samurott. And then we're going to go on back to the Scizor. So let's see what we can go into to take on the Samurott now that it's changed a bit. So the Ceaseless Edge, we still don't know. It could be Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf's pretty common. I see that quite a lot. I'm half tempted to go into our Cinderace because Pyro Ball hurts their team quite a bit with a Choice Band anyway. So I'm half to do that, half to go Walking Wake, but I don't want to waste the booster energy just yet. So I think I'm going to go with this Cinderace option. So we'll go into Striker the Cinderace. There he is. Love to see it. So we're going to go straight for that Pyro Ball. There's really no reason not to. It'll definitely KO the Samurott. 100% it's Choice Banded. It's definitely KO the Samurott. They do withdraw Sensei Spike. And they're going to go into what exactly? The Great Tusk is probably the best bet. So Great Tusk can probably take, depending on the set, you know, it might not be able to take it as well as it would like, but that's nearly a 2-hit KO, which is crazy good. And they are leftovers, which tells me they're probably some sort of defensive set. I would say so by the way they took that Pyro Ball, they're probably defensive. So what I'm going to do now is, we've got Amoonguss in the back. I'm going to go straight into Amoonguss. Chances are this thing doesn't have Ice Spinner because it's more a defensive build. We're going to withdraw our Striker. We're going to go into our nice and powerful Magic the Mushroom over here, the Amoonguss. Amoonguss is great because we can one-shot this Great Tusk with a Grass Knot if you want to, or we can just Spore something. Well, no, not really. It's very obvious what's going to happen next. Goldengo is going to come in. 100 billion% Goldengo is going to come in. So I'm going to make that read. I'm going to switch out in something that can handle Goldengo better. I'm thinking Cinderace again. It's a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. So I'm going to risk it for a Chocolate Biscuit, and I'm going to go into Cinderace real quick. They do withdraw the Great Tusk. Are they going to go Goldengo to be immune to the Spore? Goldengo does come in, which is great. So Goldengo's in. Now, if the Choice Scarf, we know they don't KO us with Shadow Ball, and we can KO with a Pyro Ball. So let's see how this plays out for us. So Cinderace comes back in. Raring to go. Cinderace is a beast with Choice Banded. I love Choice Banded set. Heavy Duty Boost with Court Change is pretty cool. It's the only hazard removal tech that works on Goldengo, as well as Tidy Up. Let's go for that Pyro Ball. There's no real reason not to, because they haven't got a switch in really. Dragapult can take one. Great Tusk can't take 2 more. So what do they switch in here? They do withdraw Goldengo. They want to preserve it for later. What can they switch in though? Probably the Dragapult, right? Ham Sandwich. I get it. I get it because of, the Specs Ham Sandwich. Right, so that means he's Specs because he's got to be Specs. There's nothing else he could be. So we get the nice and powerful Pyro Ball off. It's a 2-hit KO. We need to switch out, though, because Draco Meteor is going to sting. I'm going to go straight for the Scizor switch. I think Scizor's the best bet right now. They could switch if they switch up moves and go for Flamethrower on the switch. That's a very good play on their behalf. But you know, I don't think they will. I think they definitely drop a Draco right now because dropping a Draco hurts most of my team except from Scizor, which kind of makes the Scizor play obvious. They might go for a Flamethrower here. If they do, that's pretty cool. But they go for the Draco, which is fair enough. So Draco's going to do nothing to us. They're definitely specced because their nickname is Ham Sandwich. That gives it away. That definitely gives it away. Let's go for a U-turn right now because they probably go into Great Tusk, and then we get a free switch back in with Cinderace. Unless it's Great Tusk. We don't want to go in on the Great Tusk. They're going to withdraw the Specs Ham Sandwich, the Dragon Pult, because it's Specs. I know it's Specs because it's named Ham Sandwich. Sorry to repeat myself, but you know. They're going to bring in Tornadus, which is going to be U-turned on, which is great. Now what do we do against this Tornadus, though? I'm thinking Cinderace isn't the best option because Hurricane will sting. I'm thinking Walking Wake might be time to shine, to be honest with you. So I think I will bring Walking Wake in. It hits everything on their team for really good damage with Hydro Steam or Draco Meteor. So I think Walking Wake's the best option here. So I'll go into Leviathan, the Walking Wake. Looking amazing. I love Walking Wake. It's such a cool design. Such a cool design. So we're going to get that booster energy boosting our speed. That's how I EV trained it to work. I would go for the Hydro Steam, but I'm thinking more along the lines of the Draco Meteor. No, because we don't know what set this thing is. It could be Assault Vest. I could Tera Electric, but that'd be... Walking Wake actually runs rampant through their team as well. That's the crazy part. Walking Wake runs absolutely rampant through their team. I think I will Terrestrialize and go for the Tera Electric. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to Terrestrialize real quick. There we go. Get that nice Electric Stab. Go for the powerful Tera Blast, boosted by Expert Belt. Because I have Expert Belt on this thing, which boosts the power of super effective moves a little bit. Should just do enough. Hopefully they think... Well, they won't think... No, we're not Expert Belt. This is Booster Energy. I usually run Expert Belt, but I figured Booster Energy would work better in this team. With the speed boost and everything. They do live, but they go for a U-turn. So they're going to go for a U-turn, which is interesting. So U-turn comes through for them. U-turn comes through for them. Fitz, you've got... this Walking Wake's going to give you a run for your money right now. They're going to bring in Sensei Spike, the Samurott. So that's an interesting one. So I'm going to drop a Draco on this thing's face. See no reason not to. It's going to stop us from running rampant through the team. It stops us from outspeeding the Dragon Pult as well, because we're going to have to switch out. So could I go for a Hydro Steam instead? No. I think going for a Draco is probably the best option. I think Draco is the best option because I have a feeling they live Hydro Steam and then they go for a Ceaseless Edge Sucker Punch combination. That's the feeling I've got. The Draco Meteor comes through. We don't miss, which is nice. That's going to easily take out the Samurott, which is great. So there we go. Down goes the Samurott. We got the first KO of the game being Samurott. Absolutely amazing. Walking Wake's brilliant. I love Walking Wake. It's such a cool Pokemon. It's not seen as much anymore. You know, now that the hype's died down, you know, you never see Torkoal anymore in OU. I mean, that's fell down to RU, hasn't it? In comes Furry Wander, which is going to be the Delphox. So Delphox comes on in. So I'm half tempted to go for another Hydro Steam here, but I don't want to. I think they definitely go for a Fire Blast here. So I want to go into Cinderace. So I think I will go Cinderace. I think Cinderace is a good shout. So we'll go Cinderace real quick, and we'll go straight for that U-turn. So we're going Striker. There we go. If they go for a Psychic, I'm confident we can live. They go for a Nasty Plot. Delphox gets Nasty Plot now? That's crazy. I had no idea. So we've got a couple of options. We can Sucker Punch. I feel like that's predictable, though. They probably know we're banded by the damage the Pyro Ball did to the Great Tusk, so they probably know we've got Sucker Punch. So I think I'll go for a U-turn, just to see how much damage we do, and then I'll have to sack something off pretty much. So I would go for the Sucker Punch, but again, they might play around it. They might go for another Nasty Plot, and then they'll just carry on like that. I'm going to go for the U-turn. That's going to do some solid damage to the Delphox anyway. It's Choice Banded after all, and Libero boosts it. Nearly KOs it, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy good. Crazy. Cinderace is so powerful. I absolutely love Cinderace. This is a Cinderace appreciation video, okay? So who's the least usable Mon right now? Probably Espeon. Let's go into Espeon. Let's just sack off poor Espeon. They might go for a Psychic move. We might be able to live that. So, you know, it's not necessarily a sack. There's the Psy Shock. That's probably going to KO us, right? No, it doesn't. Even Nasty Plot boosted, it doesn't. Which is crazy good. So, we go for a Psychic here because it definitely KOs. I think that's the best bet. So let's go for a Psychic real quick. And at this point, Espeon's just here as fodder. So I'm just going to spam Psychic at this point to everything that comes in. The Samurott's gone, and it was a Terra Ghost anyway. So we'll go for a Psychic. We outspeed Delphox, get the KO on the Delphox. There we go. Now they're just bringing Dragapult and they finish us off with a Shadow Ball, I believe. So Espeon did good. He got a KO. It was meant to be a fodder play, but he got a KO, which is great. In comes Tornadus. Interesting choice. So that Tornadus... Oh, it's got Regenerator. I was like, why has it got more health now? And this, obviously, it's got Regenerator. Let's go for a Psychic real quick. And I don't believe we outspeed Tornadus, but it's probably going to go for a U-turn, so that'll give us some momentum on whatever they're going to do. So they go for a Bleak Wind Storm, which is going to finish us off. That's a pretty cool animation. I love the fact that the Genie's got their own signature moves now, which is really cool. So anyway, Walking Wake is back in, right? Walking Wake is back in. So we bring in Walking Wake. We bring in Walking Wake. We can take its stab flying moves. We can take a Heat Wave. We can take a Focus Blast, no problem. And we just dish out some serious damage with Tera Blast Electric. If they switch into Great Tusk, we go for a Hydro Steam. If they switch into the Goldengo, finish it off with a Flamethrower. If they go into the Dragapult, it dies. So they're going to withdraw. What are they going to go into? Great Tusk, maybe? Great Tusk could be an interesting one. They go Goldengo. So again, like I said, Goldengo comes in. It takes the Tera Electric Blast. We go for the Tera Blast. Let's see how much damage we do first, and then we'll decide whether or not we're going to Flamethrower or not, because we don't know what set this Goldengo is. It could be... That's taking that ticket really well. I took that a bit too well for my liking, so I'm going to say Flamethrower won't KO, but I'm going to try it anyway. Let's go for it anyway. I don't think they can KO us with Shadow Ball. Definitely can't KO us with Make It Rain, and they don't get any ground type coverage. So we go for a Flamethrower. Let's see if we can get the KO on the Goldengo. We do, which is great. No critical hits here. Goldengo goes down. And now we just have Tornadus, Great Tusk, and the Dragapult. They probably bring in they brought in the Dragapult right now. The Ham Sandwich comes on in. At this point, we do need Walking Wake to win the game, potentially. So we need Cinderace and Walking Wake. Don't need Scizor. No, but that could be useful. Could be useful. We don't need Landorus because Tornadus wrecks us, Great Tusk walls us, and Dragapult just Draco Meteor. So let's sack off Landorus Therian to the Draco Meteor that's incoming from the Dragapult. They might go for a Shadow Ball, to be fair, as well. They might go for a Shadow Ball as well, but I think they're more likely to go for a Draco Meteor. So we get the Intimidate off, which does nothing for us. As they go for a Shadow Ball, which is definitely going to 2-hit KO us because we are not especially defensive. Now, we go for a Stealth Rock just in case... We go for a Stealth Rock just in case they don't want to take us out for some reason. They do. The reason I went for Stealth Rocks just in case was because the Tornadus is still around and we don't know what set it is. It could be Heavy Duty Boots. It might not be. We're getting some chip damage on that's going to be nice though. So, the fact that we're going to bring... I think we bring Scizor in here. So what we do is we bring Scizor in. And we've got one of two options. We either Bullet Punch here, we U-turn. I think we U-turn because they're definitely locked into Draco Meteor. They definitely have to switch out into Great Tusk right now. So we can go for a U-turn, no problem. Get some chip damage off on the Great Tusk and then bring something in to finish it off. That thing will be... Oh, Tornadus is the switch. I guess it does resist U-turn as well. So we go for a U-turn. It's going to do some minimal damage to this thing. We go back to our nice and powerful... not Cinderace, because Cinderace gets outsped by Tornadus, and so does Walking Wake, but Walking Wake can actually take the hit. So we'll go into Walking Wake. There we go. Tera Electric Walking Wake, ladies and gentlemen, is a beast. Go for that Tera Blast real quick. I see absolutely no reason not to. We can just hit. If the Great Tusk comes in, we outspeed and KO with Hydro Steam. If the Dragapult comes in, the Dragapult's dead. So they go for a Heat Wave. They've decided they're just going to keep it in to go down. We go for a Tera Blast. I don't think it KOs because they've got some natural bulk to them. And they've got the Regenerator, obviously. But it nearly does. It nearly does, which is great. So we'll go for another Tera... No, we'll go for Hydro Steam just in case they bring the Great Tusk in. Hydro Steam should definitely KO the Tornadus. So they do go for the U-turn. Are they going to go Dragapult here or are they going to go Great Tusk? They might go Great Tusk and then go into Dragapults. But I think if they're going to go into Dragapult, they may as well do it now. Ham Sandwich comes in. There it is. There it is. So Ham Sandwich comes in. Let's see if Hydro Steam gets the KO here. I don't think it... I think Belly lives. Yeah, Belly lives. Which means something has to die here, which is unfortunate. I'm thinking Scizor. I'm thinking they go for a Flamethrower. Do we need... We kind of do need Walking Wake to win this game. I'd say we go Amoonguss right now. We've weakened the Dragapult to the point where it can't switch in again. It definitely can't switch in again. So let's go into our Amoonguss real quick. There we go. And let's see how well Amoonguss takes this Shadow Ball. So they go for a Shadow Ball. Let's see how much damage it does. It's not a 2 KO after leftovers, which is great. So we can Foul Play. We can definitely Flower Play. Or we can put something to sleep. I'm leaning towards putting something to sleep, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go for the Spore. I'm fully expecting them to switch into Tornadus right now. At the same time, they might just let the Ham Sandwich go down. Ham Sandwich is going to withdraw, which means something is getting put to sleep. It's going to be the Great Tusk. Tornadus. So Tornadus gets put to sleep. That's great. Absolutely great for us. So we go for a Spore real quick. Now, if they want to make a baller play, what they have to do here is go for the Dragapult switch right now. Dragapult can obviously switch in and do stuff here. We've got 3 minutes left of the battle. This is a good battle so far. I'm really enjoying this one. So what we can do here is they've got 1 turn guarantee of sleep. We go into Tornadus. We go for a Tera Blast. They get a free switch into Dragapult that we let them take us down. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to bring in Leviathan anyway, as they are fast asleep, which is great. We go for a Tera Blast Electric. Should KO the Tornadus Therian from where it's at right now. Should. They are fast asleep, which is great. Walking Wake's going to claim another soul, and I think Walking Wake deserves that spot on the thumbnail. Tera Electric Walking Wake, ladies and gentlemen. So, Tera Blast comes through. Definitely going to take it out. There we go. Down goes the Tornadus Therian. And now they bring in Dragapult and get a KO. That's the problem. That's the real problem that we're facing right now. I do need to keep my Walking Wake around for the Great Tusk. So Dragapult can come in all at once. Unfortunately, we don't have the booster energy anymore, but we do have the old Scizor over here. So Scizor's specially defensive. I'm going to go into Scizor because I personally think we can live a Shadow Ball and go for a Bullet Punch. So let's try that. We'll go into Scizor real quick. So if they want to win this game, they have to try and pull this back somehow. So they go for a Shadow Ball, which is going to be a 2-hit KO, of course. It's choice specs after all. I think they expect a U-turn, so they stay in here and go for another Shadow Ball. So I'm going to go for a Bullet Punch. They don't. They withdraw. Interesting. So they're going to withdraw. They're going to go into the Great Tusk. Great Tusk is going to take this Bullet Punch like a champ. I really want to take out that Dragon Pulse then. Really want to take it out. Oh, we got 60 seconds. It's not fair. The time is stupid. So stupid. So now we just have to go for a U-turn just in case they don't tackle us. But they do. We go for an Earthquake. That's obviously going to take us out. Now we get a free switch in with Walking Wake. And Walking Wake can do the business right now. Because all we need to do is because basically we've got Cinderace in the back with Sucker Punch. Get rid of the Walking Wake. Dragapult's the last remaining Pokemon. And we just have to Sucker Punch because it's choice specs. It has to go for an attacking move. And that's a choice specs Will-O-Wisp, in which case they can't win the game. So we go for a Hydro Steam right now. That should take out the Great Tusk. There we go. And then that just leaves the old Dragapult in the back. The Tornadus is gone. There's just Dragapult left. Just Dragapult left. 10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. We're not going to make it. It was a close game, though. I think we definitely won this one. We definitely lost Walking Wake here. But I'm going to go for the Hydro Steam anyway, just in case it lets us do it. Time has run out, the battle's over, and that's going to be the game. So, GG Fits, that was a pretty fun game. I think we definitely won that one because we've got Sucker Punch on Cinderace in the back anyway. And their specs Dragapult, so they kind of have to go for an attacking move. So GG Fits, that was a really fun one. Thank you for watching today's video. If you like it, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.